Europe printed a lot of money. They have now 20% money, which is about 2.5 trillion euros. And recently I've been hearing a lot, more and more, about well, I don't like to talk about that, but we've all been hearing these words. It's Putin's inflation, and every time I hear that, I think to myself, who's going to believe that? Who's going to agree with that? Anyone who has a mind, who thinks, will not believe that Russia and our operation in the Donbass has anything to do with that. The current situation in the markets, the problem with food, with energy, with all those markets, is all the results of the systemic errors and mistakes by the bureaucrats in Washington and in Europe. They are the reason. Yes, let me say a few words about our operation. Of course, that had to do something with that, but the root of all those problems is the policies pursued by Western politicians, and they're trying to scapegoat us for their own mistakes. But anyone who has even a primary school education understands that just printing money will not solve your problems. Once you print them, what are you going to do with them? How are you going to deal with the repercussions? Then they started buying products made outside of the Western world, outside of the US. They started importing things from the rest of the world, but they didn't think about their own economies and about their own future, about their own people. And so the rest of the world was left with scraps. In 2018, the US imported about $200 billion worth of products every month, and now it's about $350 billion worth of goods a month, and it's a growth that is not secured by anything. It's just money that they're printing. They are not backed by anything. They give out money to their people and they import goods from third world countries. That's it. For many years, the US has provided food products for the rest of the world and for other markets, and it was a good thing to do. They had good farming traditions, they had good technologies, and they were a good example even for us. But now it has changed radically. And now the US is no longer an exporter of food. It now imports food. It prints money, and then it tries to gravitate, this commodity flows towards itself. And the same is happening in the EU.